I suffer from bipolar disorder, borderline schizophrenia, manic depression, anxiety, all this stuff. And so I didn't want nobody to really know about me having mental illness, the stigma that's attached to that, and how people look at you and don't want to be bothered with you and be, standoffish. You don't want to deal with that. Well, I didn't. I didn't want to deal with that. I've come to learn that there are other people that are dealing with this. I'm just grateful to have found a beautiful way to cope with and live with what I know to be true. I have one poem where I say poetry is my mother, she's my friend. Poetry is like my saving grace. When I tell people a lot of times I ramble when I talk, I go too fast, but I can really articulate what I need to say and what I'm feeling through a poem. So poetry is my voice. In December 2017, there was a student at Ellison Elementary, third grade student, who had committed suicide over the winter break. And I was asked to come in and recite a poem to third and fourth grade students, his classmates. And so I wrote a poem to where I was honest and I was vulnerable. And in doing that, I was able to connect with the kids because some of them were suffering from some of the same things. So I challenged myself and said it out loud. What can I do to support these kids in this? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna create a safe space for you to express yourself creatively without judgment, bias, or fear. So that's what we're doing in the Right Life Village. I really feel like the best way to thank the Most High for a blessing is to bless somebody else. And if I knew that poetry gave me a voice and helped me to release some of those emotions and feelings that had been hindering me from living my best life, then in return, I can show them how that worked for me and it can possibly work for them. And I have seen where it has helped some of our students. So in helping someone else, I'm ultimately helping me too. Yeah. Poetry pretty much saved my life. It helped me be the best version of me. Yeah, honestly. Aside from the stigmas and myths, if you really knew me, you would know that I was once held captive by anxiety, depression, borderline schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and fear. Fear? Fear wreaked havoc in the mind without warning or discretion. Fear. And I wear the mask. I wear the mask in an attempt to save face, to hide the reality of my truth displaced. Drenched in sweat and rambled ideas, I remained trapped in torment for years. From pill to pill, while others lived day to day. I fought to return and longed to stay away, wearing the loudest little secret right before your eyes, only to have my shame bared with whispers and lies. If you really knew me, you would know that stages are platforms of public disgrace, and crowds are panic rooms where feelings are locked in place. Voices become silent as others shout inside your head, and sometimes perception of what's right is usually what's left unsaid. Insomnia is greater than slumber and always lasts the longest. Appetite fading and emptiness the strongest. Doctors listen and therapy doesn't help. But how can they get to know you if you don't know yourself? But is this really a sickness? Isn't everyone else masked too? The sane mind of the said insane. It's even more confusing than this masquerades game. What to cover, what to show, what to keep, and how to let go. When to surrender, when to push back, to simply give in, or just accept all of that. Confidence is shook. But you're a powerhouse the next day. You could take on the world or make it all go away. Egos are merely states of being, and nothing that you're shown is ever what you are seeing. If you really knew me, there's someone deep down inside. I'd say she's a preteen. The one who's witnessed it all, seen and unseen. The one who just wants to smile and live in a single moment. The one who just wants to be loved, who not only needs, but I think she wants it. And then there's the other one, the one who just wants to wake up, the one who wants to forget her mask and her makeup, the one who has braved the storm and danced in the rain, the one who is unafraid to address this secret strain. Living at odds with oneself, constantly and at all times, covering the dual diagnoses with poems and rhymes, one for the viewing and the other for service, of course, only to question one's motives if any of this is worth it. If you really knew me, you would know that 26 years of failed therapy coupled with prescriptions is far more damaging than any of my outlandish conniptions. But how long does one meditate and self-medicate before the brain and heart separate? Obsessed with the strangest little things just to keep it all together, taking huge leaps of faith to stay out of perpetual doubt forever. Shh, hush, hush. These are the things we must keep to ourselves. No, if I can save me, maybe I can save someone else. And being honest with the ghost and the beautiful person behind the mask, if you really want to know, don't be afraid to simply ask. A kind word, a smile, or even an open ear can be the antidote to one's suffering and bring us from here to here. Hello, my name is Letisa. I am superhuman. I am poetry. I am unique. I am unmasked. Mask off.